and the Louisville Convention and Visitors Bureau as part of the annual American Bus Association trade show attended by over 3,000 industry representatives. The tour was named Caves, Corvettes, and Lincoln, and it took place over 3 days. A FAM is a familiarization tour held for tour operators who organize and sell trips to groups. After touring the Patton Museum, the tour operators visited the Brown Pusey House, where they were entertained by our very own Charlie Skis as General George Custer. They received a wonderful lunch with desserts at Back Home Restaurant before visiting the Hardin County History Museum. The group then departed for the Lincoln Birthplace and Lincoln Museum. For sports tourism purposes, we track the number of visiting teams. We are able to know this exact figure due to requiring the event owners to provide a list of participating teams with their hometowns. Local teams, league play, camps, daily field rentals, etc. are not included in these figures. The park hosted 40 events out of 50 that were scheduled in 2015. A total of 8 events were canceled in the spring due to rain, which looked like a tough start to the year. However, weather affected only 2 additional events the rest of the season. So even with the wet spring, we saw a significant increase in teams and visitors in 2015. For the 2015 season, we had a total of 2,100 visiting teams compete at the park. We hosted just over 20,000 athletes and welcomed over 75,000 visitors from out of town. These results are an approximate 9% increase over the 2014 season. Based on tax collection data and comments from local hoteliers, 2015 was a record season for weekends and sporting event business. The 2016 sports event calendar is full and all events have been posted to our new website. A few small events may be added later, but for the most part, it is a complete list. These events can be found at elizabethtownsportspark.com. Tourism's annual audit for the fiscal year ended June 30th, 2015 was presented by Clausen Mauser and Company at our December commission meeting. It was officially approved at our meeting earlier this month. We have provided copies for each of you. Please look over the document when you have time and let us know if you have any questions. If you aren't following us on social media, we encourage you to do so. You can find our social media offerings at touretown.com. You can also sign up for the Tourism Bureau's monthly e-newsletter. If you are more into Twitter or Instagram, you can follow us at Tour eTown. We love retweeting and reposting great photos. Please let us know if you have any questions. And thank you for your continued support.
Thanks, Heidi.
Thanks, Heidi.
Miss Emily, you had a big weekend.
I'm still kind of tired.
I just want to tell you, the Artemis Pyle band was out of this world.
I know. Honestly, they were more the reason I booked the show. But of course, everybody who bought tickets was like, "Can I buy tickets for Headhunters, Headhunters, Headhunters?" I'm like, poor guy.
Oh
I mean,
gosh.
he played for Leonard Skinner. It's a pretty big deal, but he was amazing.
He was,
Yeah.
they stole the show.
That's okay. Headhunters were great though. Both bands were very, very nice to work with. We did sell out the crowd. It sold out Friday afternoon, so it's been a really good couple of months over at the theater. And as good as ticket sales were, concession sales were even better. So it was great. Yeah, aluminum bottles. You got
At least
it.
we didn't hear any breaking. That was good.
You did not. You did not.
So now you have this. It's Marvin Gaye. This isn't the Marvin Gaye, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Let's hope not.
So Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, it's a miracle. No.
If you got
it's
the
not.
Marvin Gaye, you're gonna sell it out.
We'll
Just
sell
saying.
out.
That would be
deserved.
incredible. There is these new series of shows, and they use holograms to make famous people who are no longer with us. Pretty neat. But no, we're not having the real Marvin Gaye. It's a group from Rochester, New York. It is a full orchestra in the back and then 4 singers in the front, 2 male, 2 female. And that is what they do, is the music of Marvin Gaye, note for note, instrument for instrument, the way he recorded it. So it's not a tribute show per se. I think it's a much larger experience than that, really. So very excited about that. It's February the 27th. I've also decided if you buy a reserved seating ticket, sort of like a VIP, arrangement, you're going to get a cocktail party starting at 6:30 in the Your Community Bank Gallery. We'll have the dance floor out. We'll have music, light appetizers, cash bar. So if you'd like to partake in that prior to the show, which starts at 8 o'clock. And then, of course, you can still buy general admission or balcony tickets for that as well.
So the
Yeah.
reserved seat tickets are how much?
They're 50. You get both events, and then general admission tickets are 40, and balcony tickets are 35.
Wow.
Yeah, we're very excited about that one. So, also, just want to give you a quick wrap up on New Year's Eve, since this was the first one that I've ever had or hosted myself. It went very well. We sold all the tickets that I had available, which was 110. I could have squeezed, some more in there, but I wanted it to be very comfortable for everybody that came. We also, because we projected the Times Square ball drop on the wall, that took up a section of the room that I wasn't able to use for seating. But it was very, very nice. I think everybody that came had a great time. The food was excellent and decorated very pretty. We had a nice DJ. So, and of course, donuts and White Castles, to end the evening. I mean, it was a good time. It was a good time. So, and then I will tell you this weekend, we're going to show the film E.T. This is the second time it has been shown. Of course, the first time it was shown in 2009, it was the first, the grand opening. If any of you all, I'm sure, have been around to remember that. But of course, it was the last movie that was shown as a new release film in 1982. So we're going to do that for the second time. So also on a sad note, want to let you know that I have decided to cancel the official Blues Brothers review, which was to be held on February the 6th. We were 3 weeks from the show and we'd sold 22 tickets. That just was not really enough to make it happen. So all the folks that bought have been issued refunds for all of that, so we shouldn't have any problems there. And then just to give you an update here on the sound system, we are very much nearing completion on all of the steel installation in the attic that is going to be used to hang the speakers as well as the acoustical treatment curtains. The speakers, they're done. We're just waiting for the curtain bracing to be complete, and we're expecting to get an inspection on those by both the city inspector as well as the engineer who designed it all at the end of this week or at the early of next week. The next phase will be to actually hang the speakers. I know the curtain guy was there at the end of last week, and we had some conversations to go ahead and get the final design and measurements and things like that done for those to be manufactured. So.
How has life been during the
Oh, it's been fine. So far.
steel construction up top?
So far, it's been fine. I mean, honestly, they're in the attic. I never even know they're there, really, except the lights run all day long. But it's been fine.
Are they
No problem.
welding the supports in, or are they drilling and bolting?
They're drilling and bolting.
Drilling and
Yeah, and I mean, and they've done a really nice job, because I was really concerned about puncturing that ceiling in the wrong place or making a bigger hole than what they needed, because I mean, you're talking custom paint, drywalling, stucco, all of that kind of stuff, and it would be very complicated to repair, but they've done a very nice job. It looks excellent. I mean, you can see if you go in the theater now, there's 2 big hooks hanging from both sides of the stage above it. So that's where they're gonna hang that. But I will tell you, I am concerned, very concerned about panel installation for the walls. We have no storage in that building. I don't know. That could be challenging, very, very challenging.
Once the panels are on, though, aren't they stationary?
Well, but they have to be there in order for them to physically hang them on the walls. You have to have them in the building somewhere for the contractors to come and hang them. And I don't know where we're going to put those
Chief has
panels.
plenty of room at the police station. Take them down there. and
Thank
take
you.
them.
Yeah. I'm hoping they just bring it in waves, sort of as needed, because I don't know where we're going to put them. I've thought, I mean, we haven't talked to any of the higher ups, but we might have to look into the possibility of portable storage unit or something behind the building. I'm not sure, but I will just have to wait and see when it gets here. I don't know.
Why wouldn't you try to time it where you put them on
Well,
the stage, and you don't have
I'm-
anything there, and they put them up? I mean, you're not.
I'm
talking
hoping
about a
they do.
2-month Install deal.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know how long the panel installation, it's going to be the longest part of the process is to hang. There's 3 different size panels, and yeah, I don't, yeah. They're the experts, not
Your
me.
sound and your all that's gonna take longer than the panels, but
I don't, they tell me that the physical hanging of the speakers shouldn't take more than 2 to 3 days, is what they tell me. It's the curtains will probably take a while.
right. Yeah.
And the panels
Yeah.
as well, just because
I
of the
think you're-
scaffolding that has to be erected,
Yeah.
you know, on both sides of the theater, and then it has to, you know, be moved as they progress down the wall. So that's going to be a little time consuming. So, any other questions? No. Thank you.
Thanks, Emily. Okay, we have the first reading of ordinance number 2, 2016, creating a communication service franchise. Motion to read, please.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Mayor, as you know, this is a very lengthy
That's
Yeah.
ordinance. I'm going to read a very short summary. If y'all would like me to read the whole thing, I can. Otherwise, if anybody
Already
wants
read
to
it.
We
read
read
it,
it.
it's going to be online, yes, so
read it.
good, you've read it. So if you have any
Twice when I
questions,
was reading.
please, no.
We don't want to hear
That
you
would-
read.
That would take a little while, and as you all recall, of course, this was generated, by and for, for Windstream, at this moment in time. So, all right, the purpose of this ordinance is to create a 15-year non-exclusive franchise for communication services for the operation and maintenance of a telephone and communication system in the city of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, and providing for the following regulations of said system, including grant of non-exclusive authority, rights and privileges of the grantee, franchise territory, duration and acceptance of the franchise, compliance with state and federal laws, use of streets, availability of records, and penalties for violations. This will be read again at our next meeting, next business meeting.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Okay, ordinance number 3, 2016, amending the official zoning map for property located in the 3100 block of Ring Road from Commercial 3 C3 to Commercial 4 C4. Motion to read the ordinance.
Motion.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Whereas the Elizabethtown Planning Commission held a public hearing on January the 12th, 2016, initiated by the Elizabethtown Planning Commission to review the official zoning map for properties located at 3120, 3130, 3140, and 3150 Ring Road, Elizabethtown, Kentucky, and owned by the Owens Family LLC, Not Tap Incorporated, and Glenn Scott and Laura Jo Knoll. Whereas the Elizabethtown Planning Commission, based on the testimony at the public hearing, determined that the official zoning map should be amended for said properties located in the 3100 block of Ring Road as a zoning district classification of Commercial 4 would be in agreement with the City of Elizabethtown's comprehensive plan, and has recommended that the official zoning map be amended. Be it ordained by the City of Elizabethtown, Kentucky, that from and after the passage, approval, and publication of this ordinance, that the official zoning map is amended for said properties located in the 3100 block of Ring Road from Commercial 3 to Commercial 4. This action is taken pursuant to a request by the Elizabethtown Planning Commission for said properties located in the 3100 block of Ring Road, and pursuant to the recommendation of the City of Elizabethtown Planning Commission. The City Council also finds that the map amendment request is in agreement with the comprehensive plan. The findings of fact of the Planning Commission in support of this request are adopted as if set out verbatim. The legal description of said property is more particularly described in Exhibit A. Be it further ordained that the mayor of the city and or her designate, being she is hereby authorized and directed to take all steps necessary to perfect this ordinance, read the first time this, the 19th day of January 2016.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Okay, council have any information? Okay, we need to close the meeting pursuant to KRS 61.810 to conduct deliberation on future acquisition or sale of real property by the city. Do I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you. That was-
And we will be out of here before Snowmageddon. Snowmageddon.
They live in those mountains. Yeah, I love that.
I bet it doesn't snow at all.
Uh-huh.